Welcome back, Geek Variants. So we are live and we are here to watch Daredevil's the first part, season finale of this section. I don't really know what else to call it right now, but this first 9-episode finale, and then we will get another 9 episodes later on in the year. So we are excited to
slow burn,
see what happens. So it's a nice little slow burn. So we get all this kind of stuff leading up to it, and then we'll basically be forced to wait the summer till we find out what happens with the conclusion of Daredevil Born Again, and that's kind of where it'll transition to. Your thoughts on the last episode? Like, where was you at while we wait for the new one to drop?
I am where I have been all season long. Slow. Get back to the action. The last episode, everybody seems to like it, which I'm fine with that if that's what you want. It's just not what I was expecting. And I'm going to stick by my guns on you need to get back to the heavy action that we got. This isn't, other shows that we watch like The Penguin where it is a heavy based storyline. I understand that you want to try to flush out characters, but Daredevil needs to fight at least 5 to 10 minutes every episode. Doesn't need to be jumping in front of bullets, saving Wilson Fisk because he's still not Kingpin. I have hopes. I'm really thinking that they're saving the meat and potatoes for the second half. I think they were just literally giving us all the filler episodes now so we could be satiated in the second part. At least that's what I'm hoping. But that's just me. I know people like it. I know I've talked to people and I say, yeah, it's good. I'm like, I can't get behind it right now. I'm gonna watch it because I like Daredevil. He still can't beat Batman. So, and I had to have that discussion today on why Daredevil cannot beat Batman.
I mean, I think that was pretty much a no-brainer on my end as far as that goes. But hey, whoever wants to argue that point, feel free. It's not going to go well for you.
Not against me.
I just went ahead and watched it just to make sure that I understood everything. Yeah, I do like that they are setting stuff up, whatever. But again, it's a slower burn. I think that if you extend the episodes by again, there's nothing wrong with making a episode instead of 50 minutes, you make it in, an hour and 5 minutes because you want to put some fight in there. Like, cool. I would love to, even if it wasn't there, I would love to see you when you put Poindexter and Gen Pop, him scrapping with a couple of different guys. That would have made sense. Like, show him scrapping with people in Gen Pop because apparently Gen Pop
they did it in Watchmen.
It was
Rorschach. Rorschach was
was
bodying folks. Come on now.
That was so great. So same things with that. You mmade it a big deal that he was going into Gen Pop, but nothing happened.
We got nothing from it.
Took was while he was being handcuffed, freaking and beaten by freaking Daredevil. It's like, okay, like come on, we can do better than this. So yes, I want to see him in Gen Pop scrapping and stuff like that. That would have made more sense if he was in Gen Pop. You had him fighting. The scene with Daredevil honestly didn't make it was there. It was kind of whatever. Have him in Gen Pop fighting. That's what made the injury take place. That put him in the room to get him out for him to escape.
Would have made more sense.
Yeah, it would have made more sense like that. I would have liked that more. So this episode didn't do it for me. I'm here. I'm watching. I'm enjoying it for what it is. They are setting up having swordsmen, be around and stuff like that, which is great to see because we saw swordsman in Hawkeye. We saw swordsman get referenced in Ms. Marvel, and again, it seems like they are setting up the Young Avengers throughout Daredevil stuff because we've already got at least 2 that were mentioned with, technically more. If you're going to take the new White Tiger and add her to the Young Avengers,
she's going to be in it. Ooh, the trailer is up. The episode is up, and our boy is there.
That's what we want to see.
He is there.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
All right,
So
I'm gonna hit
um,
play. I see what we get to.
so again, this is what I've been waiting for more than anything.
Are we skipping the recap?
We don't have to if you know want to watch and actually recap. But the main thing about it is again, we want to see more action, we want to see stuff. So again,
100%.
having Punisher come in this episode with that freaking like, again, I want to see some damage being done. If you're not going to give me Matt Murdock fighting as often as he should be fighting because that's what he's known for, so that give me some more fights, give me some more scraps. Something's going on. Punisher getting into it, Poindexter getting into it. That anything you getting rid of Muse as early as you did, could have gave me more of that. You know, the task force trying to get all hardcore and stuff like that. I can't wait till they get dealt with, especially
Frank's
Powell.
gonna deal. Frank's gonna deal with him.
Yo, I need him to show Powell what's up because
I still think Foggy was a scroll. I'm just saying. I'm saying it
you
just
think who
because.
was?
I think Froggy was a scroll. I don't care. I'm saying it just
I
because.
mean, you're entitled. You're entitled.
Have you hit play yet? I don't
Yeah.
know what you're doing. Where are you?
I am at the minute 20 mark.
I don't know
I'm
where
sitting.
I am. He's looking through the scope right now.
Antonio, what's up? Trey, what's going on?
Did
Glad to
Antonio
see
show up? Antonio!
Antonio's here.
Hey,
Trey's
Trey's here.
here.
All right, what's up, Trey?
All right.
You
I
still
am
ain't
sitting at
told me
the
where you are.
minute 20 mark. Minute 20. Give you guys a second to get,
Yeah, let
wrapped
me
up.
find it because I'm always at the wrong spot.
But yeah, no, this again, I want this to go hard so at that and really get into it. And from what I've been told, so at that, these Tuesdays may continue at 9 p.m. just
I can
because
do that.
Andor is supposed to be dropping as well. They shifted it from 3 a.m. to 9 p.m. So I got to double check on that, but we'll
I
see
don't
how
care
that's going.
about Andor. I just need more 9 p.m. drops and not 3 a.m. drops.
That's what we're going for. No more
Because
9
you
p.m.
know how much I miss not being able to be on Invincible with y'all and
I know.
watching y'all squirm as I know things.
Shut up. I want to hear you now.
All right,
All
so
right,
we're at the
20.
Marvel logo.
Yeah, I'm just past it. I'm at a scope, but yeah,
Hold
I prefer
on, Marvel
Wednesdays, but I like 9 p.m.
Television.
Yeah, I agree. I would prefer a Wednesday too. I was used to Wednesday, Thursdays, so that
All right, scope. Ready?
yeah, it's minute 21 for me. So we good?
Hold on. You said hold on. Yeah,
It's right
sure,
there.
whatever.
All right.
Play.
So starting in 3, 2, 1. So scoped in. Who is scoped in?
I
What we
would,
looking at?
yeah, I would do Wednesdays too.
Yeah, Wednesdays just feel better for me.
I don't care anything PM, like after 6, 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. and not 1, 2, and 3 a.m. I'm good with. All right, so we got 1 year ago. What we doing? Hey, that looks like a happy place. What do you think this man crazy?
What is the setup? Because we see that Vanessa's been pulling some strings and she's been doing some stuff. Watching her eliminate, was it Alex?
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, okay.
I want you to kill my husband.
Mm-hmm. She both of them out the picture.
Now she didn't know Matt Murdock was Daredevil at this time, right?
This is a year ago, so no, I don't think so. But well, no, yes. This is a year ago
Yeah,
from now,
yeah. So she had to
where,
know.
where he already told her that freaking like I'm letting you off. So yeah, she knew.
So she knew something. He was gonna do something about this. Ooh, colors.
The jelly beans.
Mm-hmm.
But Marines, we get excited when we see colors. Okay,
I thought it. I thought it was about to be some crayons up, and I was gonna go visit.
if only, if only. I'm down for the crayons. Every year, the team I work with, they bring me a pack of crayons.
That's what I'm saying. They love you.
Venom's. Why are you rubbing on his hand like that?
Now, as a person who works in the legal field, I'm just letting you know this would not be accepted by any lawyer because he is not in his right state of mind and drugged. So whatever he's signing, they wouldn't take.
Is null and void.
They would not take this. I don't know who she trying to
You,
trying to fake.
you have to be lucid.
And looking at him right now, he is where I want to be. Yeah,
Now,
and we said this earlier, Antonio, how I think they used the first half of this season to flush out the characters more than they did in season one. And I'm fine with that, but I still want action.
yeah, I need action.
I'm not skipping this. I'm just
No, I'm
letting you
letting you
know
play. I'm letting you play because
because
it gives a chance to talk. Like what Antonio was saying, like, yeah, we're flushing out the characters. And again, Vanessa has really been like stepping into her own in this. Like she is more Kingpin than Fisk is right
yes,
now.
he is not Kingpin at all. Because he talks like this does not mean he is Kingpin. Come on now.
No, you got to
It just
remember,
means you out of shape.
playing chess. Who's the most powerful piece on the board?
Queen.
So Queen doing work and sort of that. So that's what I expect to see. Now, will Kingpin get back to where he needs to be? So like that.
He better be.
It remains to be seen. But again, once Daredevil kind of shows out in full force, which is what I expect us to get the next part of the season,
Agreed.
I think we should get Kingpin back.
Look,
Like,
all I'm saying is there have been 3 portrayals, live action portrayals of Kingpin from this one guy, and this is by far the weakest portrayal. Period. It is.
well, it's a slow breakdown because again, his first portrayal was his strongest. Then the Echo portrayal was
It
meh,
was decent. It was
but he
better
was
than
breaking.
this.
He was breaking, and then this one he completely broke, and then came back up as something else. I was just like Mayor Fisk. Like, yeah, no, I don't. I'm not with this
I
at
see
all.
what you did there, Antonio.
Yeah, he's getting there.
He still need about 6 more rotisserie chickens in one sitting.
I knew. I mean, he got popped, but it looked like it was high in the shoulder.
It doesn't matter. It's blood loss.
Yeah, I get that. So that freaking, it's nothing freaking.
Did he just call for Karen?
He did.
How does she feel? He comes out of his coma. Mm.
Somebody come call another woman's name.
Man, call that man Bullseye.
I know, right? He calling a Poindexter.
Every time they say Poindexter, I think of Revenge of the Nerds. Oh, she's broken.
Heather needs to go away anyway.
She does. She's annoying. I kind of wish Muse would have did like the Trinity Killer did in Dexter, how he just wiped out Dexter's wife. And like have Muse wipe her out right before Daredevil busts in the window, and that could have brought Dark Devil out. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They can't let me work in Hollywood. I'm killing off all the main characters. Why's she shaped like that though?
I don't know. Like, I don't like that dress.
No.
I hate those. Like, honestly, I think it'd be fine if it didn't have that big frilly.
Sophia can make that dress look good though. Isn't that right, Antonio?
Sophia.
So do we think Foggy's coming back?
Yes, I think Foggy will come back next. If not at the end of this episode, next season, next part of the season. He's trying to make them big money moves. And gang, keep moving stuff. Get freaking Frank's attention. Get his attention. See what happens.
Turn back into the kingpin, please. You're not imposing. I believe you. Say it.
Bye, Felicia.
You can move to Manhattan. Go hang out with Peter.
I did not like. Oh,
how many white suits does he have? You can't seal the city.
He's going to. He's going to do what he wanted.
Only one man can seal the city, and that's Batman.
See, I'm a Marvel fan. I keep Batman on my shelf, right? Freaking.
I got a couple of them.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't complicate the optics.
You cannot kill off Matt Murdock.
Oh, he about to try to. Buck. Go ahead, Buck. He's sending you on a mission to go handle him in the hospital.
Buck, you're about to get folded up by a hospital man in a hospital. Oh my God, I can't talk right now.
You got to get folded up by a man with his cheeks out.
Can you imagine if you got in a fight with a man in a hospital gown and lost? Everything's just flapping in the wind.
It's about to go down. Like, he's gonna come in there. He probably gonna come in there and think he can just come up, walk right up to him and put it, either put it to his head or do some like medicinal, manipulation to take him out, so like that. And
he gonna get folded up like those cops. He gonna get beat with a bedpan. Now that would look good on Sophia.
I do like that dress. She was rocking that freaking. What's the tipping point for you here?
I can see they're setting up the defenders. They're setting up the defenders.
Yes, they are.
Luke Cage is going to show up. Jessica Jones better show up. Maybe even Moon Knight. I would love to see Moon Knight show up.
Just because. Man.
Him and Frank.
see. Oh,
Mm-mm.
here we go. Mm. Oh, Con Edison, he's about to shut down power and other things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. We get an action.
Here we go.
And we're only
Real
what
soon.
15 minutes in. I'm good with that.
If we get 2 action pieces, you're gonna be so happy.
I'm gonna be extremely happy. See, this is why I like Antonio because he agrees with me mostly all the time.
Come on.
They are. That's because she feels like she was betrayed.
Here we go. He knows those footsteps.
He knows everybody's footsteps. Was that Careless Whisper it playing in the hospital?
Hey man,
That was
freaking
that was Careless Whisper.
Deadpool will love it.
I'm sorry. That's the DJ part of me think kicking in. It was just a slower, jazzed up version. See? No. Swimming
Yeah, so
right where it's all.
killing me
Feeling this
softly, killing me
way
softly.
is worse. Yes. Finger, she was
Killing me
standing
softly.
up there with this girl my whole life.
Yep.
Oh, Matt's like, I got a broken collarbone. I can't fight nobody.
Oh yeah, we're about to.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Was, but it's setting up for something bigger.
I don't care. Let me see Frank right now. I need to see Frank right now. Come
Frank
on, say,
is the most
hey,
important
Frank.
piece.
Say, hey, Frank. See, this is why Daredevil isn't a good hero. Batman got Alfred. There he is.
Yeah. This is how we operate. Yeah, did it for you.
Yep, pretty much. Yep, the pacing is a lot better this episode.
Yep, it sure is.
This is what I needed in the beginning, though.
Yes, Frank.
You know how Frank operates. You know
you
how he
know how
operates.
you know how he get. This is what I want. Suit up, Red.
And you're still bleeding. I need you to like cauterize that wound or something. Oh, here they come.
Oh, is he wearing it on his chest? Is he wearing the symbol on his chest?
Hold on, you might be ahead of me. Yes, you are ahead of me by a couple seconds. They're going into the door right now. What do you see?
Yeah, they're going in the door right now.
Okay, yeah, it's like 1 second ahead of me. But yes, he was wearing it on his chest.
Don't let Frank
Don't
see that.
don't let Frank see that. You'll be the first one to go down. The door is open. You don't even need that. They're let. Why are you holding a gun like that? Oh, that is like a pet peeve of mine.
I don't like this. No, I don't.
That's not how you do it. I hold it right back with the magazine. That gives me
Yeah,
all
hold it
all
here
kind of movement.
at the gas ring, like fine, but not on the gas tube.
Yeah,
That's not for me. Again, to each their own, I guess.
Army does that garbage. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, Frank.
Oh no,
Mm. No, don't stop, Frank. Nope.
do not let him see you got body armor with that skull. Man, I love how Punisher is just jumping around and screaming.
Frank, baby. I love the contrast. I'm gonna beat them till they stop. Like, no, I'm gonna
I'm gonna stop them.
I'm gonna
Well, okay then.
mm. Come on, Frank.
Oh, what the TV do to anybody? I like how Daredevil was trying to stop Punisher from killing everybody by by knocking them out first.
He's trying to. Come on, go look at his chest. Go look at him.
No, he's looking at the bullet.
Yeah. Oh.
There it is. That's the one that killed him. Mm-hmm. That's his. Uh-oh. Now he's got his walkie.
This warmed my heart. I was happy to
That,
see this.
that's a great fight scene. Best fight scene so far.
Yes, by a mile, a country mile.
I would rank this right up here with the hallway fight scene. This was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I'll put this
Good.
at number 2 to the hallway, just because the
Yeah, the
hallway
hallways
is It
Always
was
feel
one
bad.
and it was multiple. Like,
Do it, Red. Do it.
but
Hey, Will. That's Shane from Walking Dead. That's exactly how he acted. Wow.
well, Cole's done. If that grenade was any testament of where it landed.
Yep. Everybody in there is dead now.
Yep. Yeah.
They're all dead. So that was
Yeah.
what half. That
Look at
was
the
half the
boots.
squad. That was half the squad, right? Will. That was half the squad, right?
Yeah. There she go. Yeah. Oh, I am happy. I am happy. That
I'm happy
was
myself.
fantastic.
See, difference between Punisher and Daredevil. Punisher, he'll stitches himself up. Daredevil needs help. I don't care if you're blind. I don't care.
We're
Elevate your game.
not concerned about you being blind. Like, get yourself together.
I don't know if any of y'all have seen Walking Dead, but that scene where he was like, "What about him? Is he worth it?" And he shot. Shane did that a couple times in Walking Dead, and I think that's the part that they saw the Punisher in the Walking Dead because I love it. I love this Punisher.
Just continue to give me this.
First of all, he's chewing. Yep.
Need some coffee.
Agreed, Antonio.
Every bullet, every Frank brought back grit, seriousness. After Wanda and the Multiverse of Madness and Deadpool being so serious, I'm happy. Exactly. Like, in the way it was done, like the brutality, you saw the splatter, you saw the freaking the through the freaking cupboards and stuff like that, the smacking against the countertop. Like, yes, all of that. This is grounded.
I like how Matt still hasn't taken off that suit. I still need Punisher to be more Punisher. I need more of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, so I think Kingpin has remembers that he tried to tangle with the Punisher before 1-on-1, and it didn't work out for him.
Did not work out well.
He cares. Oh, he cares. In other words, don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, uh-oh. Here we go. No, he doesn't. Here comes the blackmail.
Hmm.
Hey, man. Everybody can't pull off suspenders, sir. You're one of those who cannot.
Hmm. Hmm.
As long as y'all don't go to Harlem, you won't have that problem. Wow. That's how we doing it now?
Hmm. Oh, they is not playing freaking. Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, it was adrenaline, all right.
We know what kind of adrenaline that was.
Pumping all that blood. Mm-hmm. So lame.
Yeah. What else you gonna give me? Hmm.
I'm still wondering why he's walking around in his suit still. He has not changed. I'm not. Well, I'm glad she's back because she brought Punisher with her. That's the only reason.
Hmm.
I just I just want to know what happened. Wait, what?
Yes. They're trying to convert it.
Yeah.
So mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is.
I just want y'all to be safe. Everything's on fire.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're going hunting? Okay. I'll go hunting too. Dead. Called it. Oh, look at how the red blood just went everywhere on the light. Be scared.
Mm-hmm.
I keep
I thought
telling
you were gonna
y'all,
get a jump on me.
you get too close to people.
You don't
Y'all
care.
said non-lethal, but he is not doing non-lethal. Hey, these fists are rated E for everybody.
Yep. Yep. Mm.
I want one of those.
Yes. Yes.
Oh wait, I got one of those. Oh, come on, Frank. Oh, did she trade? She's a trader.
Yep. No, you're not gonna make it, Sheila. Like,
Well, we knew he was short time for this show anyway.
mm-hmm. You're done, Gallo.
Mario's not there. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Of course he is.
Get that one last look.
Yep. That's it right there.
Here we go. Biggest mistake of villains, letting the hero live.
Mm-hmm.
Are you propositioning the Punisher?
You can't reason with him like that. Like it's not. Gonna...
Mm.
New York isn't standing with anybody. New York is a battleground. You know?
No, I'm loving this episode. I'm loving it.
Yeah, this is where we needed. This is where it needed to go.
Say it. Yes, he did. He's not Kingpin.
Needs to have
Don't,
a response.
don't call him that. Oh, broken arrow type. There we go. This is Kingpin. He's gonna remember that. I don't know why you did that.
Yep, he's gonna remember all of this.
Hey, straight out the comic.
Everybody want to take a shot? Come on. No.
You hit this
Everybody take
man
a
3 times, and he hadn't been knocked out yet. Thank you. That's Kingpin.
There we go. There we go.
You messed up another white suit though. This is what we've been waiting for, Antonio. This Kingpin.
Exactly. Mm. Oh, it was a delight to see Antonio. It was a delight to see Kingpin.
Turn
You know, attempting
Wilson
to make a
Fisk
return.
turned into Kingpin. Hey, Will. I'm thinking the defenders might show up.
I think it'll be next episode or
They
like
are
next.
severely outnumbered right now. Severely. Punisher's captured. He's got a bullet hole in him.
You need give me at least Luke
Luke
and
Cage.
freaking Jessica.
No, Luke Cage and Moon Knight. I'm gonna die on that
No,
hill.
if
I
no,
want
if we
Moon
get
Knight.
Moon Knight, I don't
I
look.
want,
If we get Moon Knight, I don't need nobody else. You give me Moon Knight, it's a whole, it's
I
a mess.
want
If
Moon
you want to
Knight.
just give me Moon Knight, I'm fine with that. But
Luke
if you
Cage
give us
and Moon
Luke,
Knight.
you got to give us Jessica, and then if we can put Moon Knight on top of that, it's a wrap for everybody in New York. It's a wrap. Anybody who crossed them, it's a wrap. He's
It's a
done.
wrap. Two crazy Marines, John Henry Irons, and Luke Cage. Come on now. You can't have Spider Man in here. That's overkill. Spider Man can wipe out everybody in that tanker by himself. It's
Yeah,
overkill. At
but
least
I
he
want
did.
to see how this has a reaction on Spider-Man 4. Like, where does Spider-Man 4 take place in this timeline? Is it going to take? Is it during this or what?
They
Like, what
did
is?
say it was happening during this timeline. He did.
So where is Peter? Like, what is Peter doing?
I mean, Antonio, at least you didn't ask for Iron Man because we all know he sucks. So
He's dead.
Tony Stark is dead. Anthony Stark is still alive.
Semantics. Mm, I'm not worried about that. Glenn.
Okay, I don't care. Let's get Moon Knight in here. If I speak it into existence, it
Oh,
will
she
happen.
accepts. She accepted. Yep. You and Matt are done.
They're done.
Done.
Well, they need to be done anyway because I don't like her.
I don't either.
And another white suit. Good morning. You know what we didn't realize? All of that happened in one night. All of
Yeah,
that.
he is spinning this.
Here we go. Wow. I mean, that's fine by me. I'll be in bed by 9. I'm good.
Mm.
Somebody got to stand up for this dude. Let's go Yankees.
Uh, definitely. No, we got something else.
Hey,
Okay.
where's Frank? Where's We still got like 10 minutes left.
Ooh boy.
Y'all just forgot about Frank, huh? We need Luke Cage. I mean, think about it. Out of all the defenders, who would work right now the best? It's Luke Cage.
Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Like they're a package deal. I'm sorry, they're a package deal. Like you bring one, you got to bring both.
They're off and on.
I know, but for this, you got to bring both. You cannot.
Yes, you can. You could
No,
actually
no.
you can bring in Luke Cage and Misty Knight. That would be better. Say it.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Antonio, you already got Sophia. You cannot have Jessica Jones too. Oh wait, that's not what you meant.
He can want Jessica Jones.
Yeah. I either want Luke Cage and Moon Knight or Luke Cage and Misty Knight. How about that? A knight has to be there. Jessica Jones would be my third choice. And I would never ever choose Iron Fist. Ever.
You know what'd be funny? Freaking
No.
if you just have freaking like we're just somewhere and you see Moon Knight just standing over several bodies, like but several of the task force is taken out around him,
He's
just
like,
like
I felt a brother was in danger.
just show up.
Did he just walk into a Oh wait, these are the ones that like him. You know, for secret identity, it's not so secret.
You know,
I guess it's just a concept now. Are those the council people?
the council people, like Swordsman was in there.
Well, we knew Swordsman was going to be in there.
There's Frank.
Yes, Antonio, that's my thing. If Luke Cage would have been there when he opened them doors, that'd have been it for me. That'd have been it.
They used the splatter as art in the background of their dinner. I like the way this is done. Imagine if the defenders in that bar. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Luke Cage, Misty Knight. Thank you. So you think the deputy mayor there, he's starting to second guess himself now because of what just happened? Because
No,
everybody's face is like, what have we done?
I don't think Daniel's gonna second guess himself in this moment. I think if anybody makes him second guess, it'll be BB. He was second guessing
There she
himself.
goes. There she is. That old heifer. Man, I hope they don't put Bullseye on the defenders.
Do not. I hate it when they do so of that. Rebel. Oh, you can count on Frank to rebel.
Even though that would be cool if they did, but so it's only two cops that's on his side.
Look at three. The detective.
I thought he was retired.
No, the female.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. Okay, don't skip ahead. I skipped ahead by accident. I'm so far ahead of you right now. There is actually end credit scene. I am so messed up right now. I have skipped ahead. I am so sorry. There's an end credit scene at like the 53-minute mark.
Anthony.
I'm sorry. It's Italian. Frank's about to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me nothing. I think I'm behind you now because I stopped it. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap. I'm calling it, even though I know I'm behind you. Oh, oh, that's my Frank.
Hey, hey, Rob.
Okay, now that's it.
All right, yo, I'm a happy man.
I'm
I'm
finally,
happy.
I'm finally happy from a Daredevil season 2 episode.
All right, all right, all right,
It is so much to unpack.
all right. Well, it's a lot to unpack, so let's get into it. Let's straight up just get into it. All right, start at the beginning. Freaking Matt called out for Karen instead of Heather when she walked up. Freaking that was one of the biggest things. Yes, that was absolutely a dumb decision. We'll get to that. We'll get to how dumb that was. So he called out for Karen, which that let me know like he's already dejected and distracted and like he is away from
Reality.
Heather every in every sense of the word. Like there is no possible way that he is paying her any real attention right now. And that hurt her. And that's one of the reasons why she's leaning more into Fisk and she's leaning more into everything in that nature. Because Matt's not there for her. So that the thing is, Matt can't be there. Matt's got too much stuff to figure out. He's got too much baggage. So that he
And she
refused to
doesn't
solve.
understand that. Which she needs to understand because with her being a psychotherapist, she needs to be able to see this that Matt has something going on. But I don't know why she can't realize this. So she's not good at her job.
No, not at all in that case. She's not picking up what he's putting down. Like it's the signs are there. It's obvious. It's like that. Granted we see other parts of it, but in just his mannerisms and stuff, like it's obvious that and she's calling out the stuff that we see as obvious.
Right.
And she's not trying to do anything about it. So that's on her. Task force given the green light to do whatever, pretty much. Like they have no restrictions. They were already kind of doing stuff, whatever, but now it's a public forum. Talk about you can do whatever. It's not just in the cover, no warrants, whatever. Like no, like you straight up can do whatever and make stuff happen. That is a serious problem for New York and any vigilantes in general. They sent Buck to eliminate Matt Murdock for that while he was in the hospital because him dying a hero was much better than a living vigilante
Yep.
for that. So he wanted to eliminate them because again, that's his agenda. Get rid of all these vigilantes. Period. Because vigilantes are the only ones that are going to oppose him, especially now that he's mayor. Cops aren't going to do anything. Most cops aren't going to do anything. Like most of them are in his pocket because he's actually doing something. And that seems to be always the thing. So that is making everything about making the streets safer so that but how they make the streets safer, it gets to the point of where yes, we end up in martial law and all that other stuff. What's up, weird one? Yep, exactly. That's what you talking about. Like it's wild. We getting into it. All right. The pacing, like we talked about earlier, the pacing was fantastic for this episode all the way through.
This is what we said from the beginning, how it should have been for the first 7 episodes or whatever. But they got it right this episode, and we got a good story. We got action. We got great dialogue. We got great cutscenes. It was all of that rolled into one episode. When before you would get a part here, a part here, a part here, a part here. And again, my thing, and I've been harping on it all season. Kingpin needs to be Kingpin and not Mayor Fisk. He needs to act more like Kingpin. He has not been intimidating this entire season, even when he was body slamming dude around in the cell. Okay, that was a snippet. With him taking Wilson's crushing the man's skull straight out of the comic book, that showed everybody that he is very scary and you should not cross this man. Now, I'm not going to say that his task force feared him before this, but I think they fear him now just by seeing what he can do with his bare hands. And I love it. This is what I wanted from Kingpin.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you wanted. So we got the big fight, and so that said because he set the task force loose already, right? Everybody in the name of doing what's right to take out the vigilantes. We got one of the most epic fight scenes we've seen this entire season.
Number two,
that with Punisher and Daredevil freaking going, one trying to incapacitate while one's trying to decapitate.
I'm sorry. Antonio, I'm sorry. I need more of a Daredevil Punisher team up with Matt arguing and yelling at Frank the entire time to stop killing people. I think that is hilarious, and that was one of the greatest parts of that scene was him saying, "Frank, no, pow pow, Frank, stop, pow."
It's the best dynamic between them two because Frank is going to do what Frank is going to do. All right, freaking look, he's a Marine. He's going to get stuff done, and he's going to accomplish his objective. So that if you're standing in the way of his objective, then you got to deal with some type of way, whatever. Like, hey, it's going to happen. So like that. Hey, you see my cover right there, right? Freaking, it's going to happen. So that. So I love it. He's talking. Yeah, what you gonna do, blind boy? What's up, Red? How you gonna have, like, again? This banter is gold. That entire scene was the best scene throughout this entire series thus far. I love it. Like, I enjoyed the Daredevil Poindexter, Daredevil Bullseye fight in the beginning. Cool.
Please stop calling that man Poindexter.
I know, right? Because they keep calling him. So see, I changed it up to Bullseye, right? So I love that fight in the beginning, but this right here made the most sense as far as good dynamic and freaking, again, they're scrapping the entire way through and straight up like, hey, what about him? Bah, what about him? Bah. Like, I don't care. Like, I told you what was going to happen if they come in here. I'm not playing nice. I'm chopping them up.
And they wearing my symbol.
Yeah, and they come in, they wearing his stuff, going in his name, so like that. Freaking, oh, I'm hot. You already know how when it comes to like stolen valor and all that kind of stuff, like we get hot. Like, no, you didn't earn this. You don't know the pain I've been through to get to this. It's like that. You don't have a right to utilize this in no capacity whatsoever. And I'm gonna make sure you know about it. Freaking, so the fact that I set up, and we see that it was Karen that sent Punisher to go make sure that freaking Matt was okay. She was the one, and again, that was a whole thing. So that we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get
Look at it.
That was the whole thing of setting up them to get back together, and we see that the relationship's kind of it's a three-way relationship right now. Punisher, Daredevil, and Karen is like that in a matter of sorts. I'm sure we'll get that figured out, later on. But
okay, y'all gotta slow down in the comments. Let us get through this. Let us get through this first, and then we can address y'all.
We're gonna address y'all because this is probably gonna go. This is gonna be I'm probably gonna start sectioning this out and make this the review video straight up. So
okay, so you want to just pause so you can chop it, and then we'll just stop talking.
I already got it set up that way. Don't worry.
All right, carry on.
We running it. We're running it. All right. Ricky, I hope everybody's enjoying this thus far. Blackmail by Daniel. That's what that. Him and Buck, they blackmailing everybody and getting everything set up. They know what they want. They know what the people's got. So that. So this like you getting on the side or you going in the cage. We're not playing no games.
And you see how many went in the cage.
And a lot of went in the cage. The task force making people, I won't say innocent because they're out there looting and doing vandalism and all that kind of stuff, but making them vigilantes to justify them taking out vigilantes. Yeah, next level. And you see that one cop was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So like that. no, this is what we're doing. So now he's got to deal with that, and I think that's part of his conscience. That's gonna be one of their ends right there. I think he's gonna flip at some point and be like, this ain't right. I don't agree with this, or he's gonna get taken out in the process for flipping. All right, putting the entire place, the entire city state locked down with the Red Hook Charter, which is a free port, and trying to set everything up that way so they have their own city run state, capturing Punisher, crushing Gallows' head, which again was the Kingpin we were waiting on. And I'm gonna get to Kingpin here in a second because again, I want the dynamic between him acting as Mayor Fisk and stuff like that. But again, when he's not in the public view of being Fisk, he needs to be Kingpin.
And that's what he did in this episode.
And that's what he finally did. That's what we finally got to. And I'm so excited that we finally got him being Kingpin and then showing the world that's around him, which is the task force, his people, whatever, that, I am still that dude. I will still handle this how I see fit. And I think the same is coming for Sheila because we know that she was in league with Gallo about getting stuff done. So this entire thing sets up with various people captured, freaking whether it be politicians, vigilantes, whatever the case may be. New York is under martial law, under the Safer Streets Initiative, with an 8 p.m. curfew. Kingpin has effectively won what he's wanted to win, and now it's up to the city to fight back. Now, with all that being said, and I got all that, I'm going down to that weird one. You die laughing and call him Blind Boy? Absolutely. That was great. I'm glad, we sold
That's
you on
the
that.
dynamic we need.
This is the dynamic we need. This is great. You really want to add to that dynamic? Moon Knight. Yes, you bring Moon Knight in. You bring Luke Cage in. You bring Jessica Jones in. You bring Misty Knight in. Again, Moon Knight is going to make that dynamic even more ridiculous. And it's
because
gonna be
he's going to side with Frank, and then Frank's not going to know how to act because Moon Knight is going to do more.
You think Frank is vicious? Moon Knight is like, because remember, Moon Knight is several people, right?
He's a Marine too.
Yes, he is a Marine too. He is several. So that is going to go off the rails real quick.
Frank, you were like, hold on, I like one of you, but not the other one.
When Moon Knight joined up with the Avengers and stuff like that, freaking everybody is afraid to fight with him because of how unpredictable Moon Knight is. Taskmaster couldn't scrap with Moon Knight because of how unpredictable he is. Can't read his moves.
And it's only two people that he can't. Deadpool, and Moon Knight. He cannot fight them.
He cannot mess with either of them. So that those two are the most unhinged people in the Marvel universe.
Moon Knight is more unhinged than
Moon Knight being at the top of the list. Absolutely. And that's why freaking if we get Moon Knight anywhere, which we've already seen the show, Moon Knight coming in here at any point.
I love the show. I love
it's going to be fantastic.
If you get you could just give me Moon Knight and nobody else, I'd be happy. But if you sprinkle in some Luke Cage,
it'd be great. Like I can't remember the comic issue. Moon Knight was in his mask and drawers, and he was just scrapping and stuff like that. Like it was pure comedy. I loved it. So with that, the fact that they were still looking to the Punisher, the fact that after he took out a bunch of them, yes, that's the stupid part. Because again, how you think you got your hand took? Because you still idolizing this guy. And stuff like that. When he just told you, I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Like, I don't care about what you stand for. You don't know my pain. You don't know my struggle. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know why I wear this symbol. You have no idea. You're just appropriating this symbol because you think it's the right thing to appropriate, which is what we've seen freaking countless times throughout the comics. People have tried to appropriate freaking other people's symbol because of what it stands for, and they do it wrong. They don't do it right because they don't know the struggle behind it.
Right. And that's why, and just so y'all know, if you haven't read the comic, this is straight from comics. They did appropriate Frank's, iconic symbol, and he changed his symbol up.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to understand that. And Antonio knows, he's been around me. I'm always harping on accuracy. If you're going to pull from the source material, make it accurate. I don't like adaptations. I don't like stories based upon. If you're going to say, hey, we're pulling from there, and it's a lot of comic accurate things in this show, and that's why Penguin was so good. It was a lot of comic accurate stories and villains in that show, and I loved it. And now in this one episode for the entire first half of the season, we got everything that we asked for in an hour. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. And this is really making me lean toward now that the second half of the season is 9 episodes too, or is it just 8?
What, 9?
Yeah, for the next
Next
half.
9. It's
So
9.
I'm thinking out of them next 9 episodes, you're gonna have at least 6 or 7 that has to be on this level because you can't ramp back down. You might start back off with, the Kingpin starting to, with the development of Red Hook and all this, but Frank's gonna get out. Bullseye's still out there. Matt now has revealed his identity to even more people. So now things have got to ramp up, and I'm loving it.
So the way that I think freaking to play out is definitely they start construction. Think of it kind of like I've been watching RoboCop lately. Kind of think about like construction of Delta City, right? Freaking like they start building up the city, kind of what they want to do at Red Hook, stuff like that. Basically, because it's a free port, that's your battleground.
Yep.
Like you take the fight there and you completely destroy it. You already saw they had stuff on the boats and all that stuff. So you take the fight there, and that's where you really start scrapping. You can absolutely destroy all of that without necessarily destroying New York. So that you keep it to the side. I Twitch on the Mayor was so good. The MCU actually showed a guy's jaw pop off. Yeah, they popped off in this episode. They really did. Moon Knight with this TVMA rating, yes, absolutely
I love it.
unhinged. Cops, yep, they do. Freaking. By the way, that Punisher line to the cops was damn near the same thing he said to the cops in the comic. Yep, it was with the Punisher symbol. Yep, that's why he changed his stuff to the swords and so that symbol for that. Which if I see Punisher running around with some swords, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be happy. It's gonna be funny. He still is not opposed to using guns. Don't get me wrong, but he just carries some swords with him now and freaking
I prefer my Punisher bang bang.
Hey, I do. But I just want like a homage, just like that. Say he's fighting somebody and he picks up some katanas that are like part of some antiques or something like
I
that.
mean, he
And
did beat somebody with an axe in this one, a little
yeah,
hatchet. So
he again, any weapon, right? That's
any
how
weapon,
Marine, right? Any weapon, so
any
that
weapon.
it doesn't matter. Freaking,
Hey,
that's the way we will utilize any
and
weapons for our advantage.
and I got to do it, Will. You know, I still love Colin Farrell as Bullseye. I'm sorry. Carry on. Please
So,
stop. I'm not sorry.
yeah, like I'm absolutely hyped for this. Like, there is no reason why you cannot bring in freaking, the
Luke Cage.
team,
Luke Cage.
bring in the team so that whatever team they put together, bring in the team so
But it only makes sense because you have to look at the force that Kingpin has put together. It At first we thought it was just a squad or two. It's the entire police force.
Yes, the entire police force has now been turned into the task force. Like the entire police force is now the task force. So with that, and yes, we are getting a Punisher short presentation film on Disney Plus next year. Absolutely. So we are going to get Punisher in a kind of like how they did Werewolf by Night. So that it's going to be a short presentation. That's X amount of freaking.
Which was another great show.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited, to see what they do with this and how they pull it together. But again, I want them to set this up right. In the next 9 episodes should be the entire team being put together, and the final 2 episodes should be nothing but scrapping. Like
just fighting on the boat.
We're taking the fight. We're taking the fight to Kingpin. We're raiding that thing, and we're getting to it. And we are fighting the entire police force.
Yes.
That has like,
you're gonna have to bring in the state patrol because there should be no more NYPD when this is done.
Yeah, it really should not. So I'm excited to see it. So freaking Anti-Vigilante Task Force and Spider-Man 4.
I think Spider-Man 4 happens after this.
I'm not sure where Spider-Man 4 sits.
Yeah, we're not sure where exactly it pops off, but I wouldn't be surprised if Spidey's just swinging through the air on what episodes.
I wouldn't be surprised. So freaking, that's why I was just putting it together and just trying to see what they're going to do. What's up?
Because I'm weird and I have strange thoughts. What if they're having this real big fight? You got Luke Cage done popped off, Misty Knight instead of Jessica Jones is popped off. So you got all them punching done jumped in, and then right before somebody hits Matt on the back of the head, a spider web comes down and yanks him back, and that's it. Man, you know how just I can't even say the word because I'm trying to keep us monetized.
The amount of hype that freaking you would get from me if Spider-Man
come on now
in any
He don't you,
capacity
you don't even have to show him. Just
showed up.
have the web come and pull somebody back, and then somebody swinging away because he was
Like
passing
freaking,
by.
I'm jumping out of my seat. I'm screaming. I am freaking like I'm getting hyped.
Well, you
So I'm
sound
like,
like a girl when you scream.
like freaking. Okay, look, freaking, I'm gonna freaking be hyped. Like Spider Man is my dude. My last name is Parker. All right, freaking, like I cannot get any more clear
Then why
of
does
how
Iron
much
Man suck so bad?
because you deemed it so, Tony. Because you deemed it so. All right, let's just get it out of the way. All right. So yes, I'm excited of this. So freaking, that's why I can't wait to see the rest of this, especially freaking because I feel like all y'all are gonna be just as hype. Freaking doesn't matter. So weird one, Antonio, freaking Trey, like freaking like yo, we gonna be freaking rocking
If we
out
get
with this.
half of what we ask for, I mean, if we get just the action alone, but you still have to make it believable because right now, Punisher and Daredevil cannot do this by themselves.
They
We can
cannot.
agree on that. We can agree on that. Karen is going to be absolutely no help whatsoever. So you're going to have to bring in more vigilantes.
Yes,
And there are a lot of them running around in New York.
there are a lot running around
A
New
lot of
York. So
street tiers are running around in New York.
like, who are they gonna bring in? Because again, and as much as I'm not, you, Miss Marvel can come into play.
No.
I'm not. Look, I'm not saying I want it. But let's look at the reality of who is around the area. Matt still has to have dinner in New Jersey with Kamala Khan's family. So
I blocked that out of my mind. I hate you for making me remember
it's
it.
still not freaking. So you got freaking that there. You got freaking Kate Bishop freaking floating around. You got freaking
I don't want the
you
Young
got
Avengers
Intel
in
floating
this.
around. So that I don't want either of them. Like I don't want any of them in this. But the Young Avengers are coming into play, and so that
Save them for
they're and
Doomsday
they're
or
being pulled
whatever.
into play just the latest iteration of any MCU project that they're being pulled into. So it's just like, what are y'all doing? So I'm curious as to what they're doing, but I don't want it to detract from what we have going right now. So freaking like, if you give me an end credit scene that shows them grouped together and they're kind of talking and chatting it up, because
I can deal with that.
you can deal with that freaking right. Because and I can't remember from Doctor Strange. Remember freaking America Chavez was with Strange, so at that, but I can't. I got to go back and look. Strange went with Clea through the portal, so at that freaking. Where was Chavez?
She was doing
We
her. She
know,
was mastering her powers.
all right. Freaking Wong is still there, and he went to go get Shang-Chi and bring Shang-Chi to the Sanctum, which is in New York.
I'm
So
telling you,
Shang-Chi
it's a
pulled in.
lot of street level heroes out there.
There are people in New York right now. So it's like there should be more prevalent. More should be going on. So that your girl She-Hulk is right.
No, I'd I'd rather Miss Marvel come back than She-Hulk. That
There are
show
things.
is so bad.
So there's things in effect. There are things that we're concerned about. There are things that we want to know what's going on. So that's why we're sitting with the big question mark. Freaking, what are we going to see? How are the next 9 episodes going to play out? What is going to happen? Is Kingpin going to continue to be Kingpin and be ruthless throughout this point? Now, is he going to show his true colors to the public?
Thank you, Antonio.
I think that's where BB's going to come into play. So that freaking listen, keep MCU She-Hulk out of this, please.
Thank you, weird one. MCU She-Hulk should never ever show her face anywhere ever again. That was such a waste of a show. I would watch Green Lantern again with Ryan Reynolds. I would go pay. I would go pay to see Green Lantern in the theater before I watched any of She-Hulk. Any of it. Any of it. Not nary. That's my southern coming out. Not nary part. No,
So
that's my
yeah,
red.
with that being said, again, we want to see what they pull together and how they really set up for the defenders. Because again, we don't know what projects they have going forward outside of a Punisher special presentation. So, and that Punisher special presentation, you literally can roll that with Punisher and Daredevil and nothing else with that. I want a hungover Jessica Jones, not Miss Marvel. I would love a hungover Jessica Jones. I absolutely would.
Look, my ratings for who I want in the defenders. besides Punisher and Daredevil. We got
Moon
them.
Knight, Moon Knight number one.
No, Luke Cage is number one.
Luke Cage is your number one.
I'm talking about who I see fitting in the scenario that they're in right now.
Okay, Luke Cage is your number one.
Luke Cage is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Misty Knight, just because of
Okay.
her dynamic. Jessica Jones would be my three, and then Moon Knight, because if you bring Moon Knight in, he's gonna just overkill everything. That's just it. You won't need anybody else but Moon Knight because he's a tank and he dishes out. You won't need anybody else. He can literally go through and wipe out everybody
What
by
about your boy?
himself. Who?
What about your boy?
Who? You better watch what you say.
What about your boy?
You better say somebody else than what you about to say.
What about your boy, your martial artist?
Shang-Chi?
Nah, we already talked about Shang-Chi. The other
That's the
one.
only martial artist I know of.
Rocking that.
That's
Rocking
had
that,
a good.
that yellow.
That's the only. He got
That
yellow rings.
green.
That's
That
the yellow ring.
green.
Mantis? Who are we
Got that.
talking
Got
about?
that iron fist.
Look, man, if he shows up, they can shoot him in the face. That's nobody. And I'm telling you now, you can take a poll of 100 people that are comic heads, and nobody will want Iron Fist back.
No one's
Nobody.
going back. White Tiger, we think is going to go with the Young Avengers.
Yes.
White Tiger, 100% think is going to go with the Young Avengers. So right now, Young Avengers, I think I have Miss Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
Kate
Chavez,
Bishop,
Kate,
America Chavez,
you gotta have Wiccan.
Elijah Bradley.
You gotta have Wiccan because he's established.
Wiccan and Speed. Speed is about to be established. He's currently looking for him. So Wiccan and Speed. So yeah, White Tiger coming into effect.
And that's a solid young squad.
Yeah. Echo, and stuff like that. If Echo continues to be here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but if Echo continues to stick around, Echo does not need to be with the Young Avengers. Echo would need to be with
a team
either
version.
The Defenders or whatever. Like she's got to be higher up on the list.
Nah, I wouldn't mind seeing Echo come back to fight Kingpin.
Yeah, she'd have to be with the Defenders or something to that effect. With that, like I wouldn't put her with the Young Avengers and stuff like that. But yeah, freaking Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, America Chavez, Elijah Bradley, Wiccan, Speed, White Tiger. So there are your more or less Young Avengers, sort of that, and you pull that squad together however you see fit.
And you better not put Scar in. I will fight everybody at Marvel if you throw Scar in.
Like Scar was another abomination that freaking doesn't need to be.
Most of the Thor movies were abominations. I'm saying that. I don't care what none of y'all say.
The Thor movies were abomination.
Yes.
Yes. Agreed.
Ragnarok was the worst of them all because you took Planet Hulk and took a great Hulk book, one of the greatest stories he's been in, and gave half of it to Thor.
Yeah.
Look at it like this. Remember the gladiator scene where Hulk and Thor fought?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this. Hulk is the gladiator that has to face the champion. Guess who the champion was? Silver Surfer. That's who Hulk fought.
If you paid attention to the side of the monument, you saw several characters on the side of the building as they were being built up. Freaking!
I want to see World War Hulk fighting Silver Surfer.
There's a chance we may get that, but it'll be a whole lot different because Silver Surfer.
I want a Planet Hulk storyline.
We're not going to get it.
I want Savage Eric Bana Hulk storyline. Planet Hulk. That's what I want. Give me Eric.
Hey.
I didn't like Edward Norton.
This is kind of where we stand. Freaking, we're going off on a tangent, of course, but this is that's how we do. So but this is, Daredevil Born Again, the first part. We have completed the episode. We have gone
very happy
possible iterations with that. Overall, this was the best episode out of the entire series,
and not even close.
Fantastic, not even close for that.
Not even close.
It was a really, really good episode, and this is what they need to continue for the entire series going forward for the next 9 episodes. So hopefully they have done that. But that's all we got for this one. Like, I'll leave it at that as far as
Maybe,
the review and stuff like that. So
unless we go off on a tangent.
again, we're good there. So uh that's it for that. So I'm
I
gonna that's
I
my
guarantee you, if you ask Will a question right now, he's gonna red string something together.
I I I I have an ability to freaking pull stuff together if it makes sense. So that it'll be She-Hulk versus the female surfer from Fantastic Four. It will not. It will not
Antonio, you're
because
about to
all
get
right.
banned. You're about
So
to get
let's
banned.
be very carefully. First and foremost is like that freaking Silver Surfer. First off, She-Hulk can just kick rocks. Period. We don't care. Kick rocks. Second, Silver Surfer, male or female, I don't care what iteration like that, freaking is going to body a lot of freaking people.
Of course.
Freaking
Now,
straight up. So
side note,
I'm very interested to see
side
her in
note,
action.
for those that don't know, there was a female Silver Surfer. She only lasted one issue, I think, and it was Nora Rad's girlfriend who was actually Silver Surfer. I can't remember her name, but there was a female Silver Surfer. So let's not
Yellow
act.
Ball.
Yes, let's not act like they just did a gender swap without actually. I mean, she was obscure as you could possibly be,
Mm-hmm.
but it was only like one. I think it was not even two issues. I'm pretty sure it was just one issue, and she didn't really do nothing. But so I'm not opposed to a female Silver Surfer just because, and this is just my opinion, a lot of the female superheroes get looked past and they're not taking that seriously. So if you give one with the power cosmic, yeah, she's gonna body folks.
Straight body
But
folks.
and I also heard that she's not, even though Galactus is in the movie, that she is not with Galactus. She's coming to assist the heroes. So that's a big plus.
She coming to warn them or something like that, or
Yeah,
something to that effect.
she's actually coming to prevent. It's not like the other rise of the rise of the Silver Surfer. I like that version of Silver Surfer. I'm just gonna put that out there. I like how
Yeah,
he was
Silver Surfer was
portrayed.
fine.
That was great. The way he was floating through the board and flying
How he
around
grabbed Johnny when he freaking turned the letter and grabbed
and
Johnny
just grabbed him.
and went up to space. I
Boss
loved it.
move. That was boss move.
I loved
That
it.
was fine. If we can get that version for this movie, I'm good with it.
Yeah, no Cloud
Yes.
Galactus.
No Cloud
No,
Galactus.
that's
We
them fingers,
we
the cloud fingers.
I was when they said that's Galactus, I was like, that looks more like a DC version of Parallax than Galactus.
Yeah,
But
that version of Parallax. That for yeah.
mm, mm,
But
look,
again, I'm still a little, and I haven't been watching all the little clips, trailers. But again, the timeline of Fantastic Four is kind of wonky and sort of that because
it's in the
again,
60s or something.
yeah, it's like they were doing this. They either go back or they were back and they came forward or something like that. So there's some time travel place with that. Somebody was like, look at the box of cereal that Johnny's holding at the table, so that I didn't get a good look at it, but freaking was like, okay, there's something there apparently, some kind of Easter egg. So there's things with that. Talk about she was pregnant with Franklin already during this point, so it's just like, all right, well,
Let me just say, I'm so glad they nerfed Franklin in the comics because he was getting
oh, he
ridiculous.
was way overpowered. He
I'm
was
like,
ridiculous.
he was almost stronger than the one above all. I'm like, come on now, that's entirely
That
too
was a
much.
lot.
And I understand we got OP characters like Dr. Manhattan is ridiculous, Perpetua was ridiculous, The Darkest Night was ridiculous, Molecule Man is still ridiculous, but I love it. Owen, come on now. But for Franklin Richards to have the feats that he did, come on now. He was, and people are gonna hate me for this, but Superman 1,000,000 is still the epitome of all. If you can create life from absolutely nothing, there's nothing that can stop you.
Yeah,
If you
you're
can,
broken down.
he recreated himself after he died. There was nothing of him, and he made himself. He made Lois Lane a body with her conscience in it after she had been dead for years. It's too much. That's why, and I tell people about Superman. If anybody knows about pre-crisis Superman and Beyonder, pre-crisis Beyonder, that was another one. Those characters were just ridiculous in power, and you couldn't make anybody to fight them. Pre-crisis Superman moved an entire galaxy by hooking all the planets up on this big, gigantic chain and pulled the entire galaxy from one place to another. Pre-crisis Beyonder turned himself into a baby so he could experience what growing up felt like.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Problems. I want to go more cosmic, whereas Erisham. Yeah, freaking. So
he's supposed to be in here.
Yeah, so the Eternals and stuff, they're still around. Blade has been rumored. Freaking
Blade is canceled.
Canceled. Freaking getting back up. Canceled. Getting back, like freaking. They don't know what they're doing with it. So at that, and honestly, at this point, I'm fine with it.
Do we want any more Eternals though?
Do we want more what?
Eternals. Do we want any more of that?
If
the movie wasn't bad as people make it out to be, but let's not act like it was good.
Makari was great. The speedster.
Yes, she's still not faster than Flash.
Say what?
She's still not faster than Flash.
No, this ain't she's faster. She was done well on screen.
She was
so much better than any other speedster I've really seen in live action.
Quicksilver running through the mansion when the bomb was about to blow up.
Okay, Quicksilver.
I hated those movies, but they are scenes.
I liked Quicksilver, so at that freaking. But the only reason I put her above Quicksilver, so at that, because everything was slowed down for Quicksilver. Everything was thrown in slow motion. Hers,
but it showed how fast he was actually moving faster than she was.
So I like to see the dynamic between freaking. We see her moving at speed. We always saw him slow down. So like that. So I like that there was a difference in the dynamic of how it was shown. He was shown this way, and you see how fast he was by everything going slow. She was shown this way. We see how fast she was freaking by freaking just her hauling ass the entire time. So yes. I enjoyed it. Visually, I liked hers better than his. That's just my personal preference.
Conceptually, I liked the Quicksilver. In fact, I actually like, even though the movie was trash and we went and saw it, Flashpoint Paradox, when Flash was running around saving the babies, that if the CGI was better, that would have been outstanding.
That stuff was so comical though. Like they did
it
not.
Was. But if you just take the scene for what it is and how fast he is, then it's great. If the CGI was better, outstanding.
CGI is better, and there's no ice skating. That's what that freaking. Quick question: how are y'all feeling about Superman movie right now?
Well,
all right, no, let me start before you, because he gonna get. All right, so the Superman movie right now, I don't know how to feel about it. There's a lot of what is going on because the trailer doesn't really set up anything,
and we're not getting another one.
Yeah, freaking, it's parts, which I'm not against because again, I feel like a lot of movies give too much away in the trailers, so that and freaking, it's hard for us to go see it and connect with it, so that because we already got an idea of what's going to happen. Like I don't want to know what's going to happen with everything. You just give me freaking idea, like okay, I see the cast list. This is the big bad. These are the characters that are in it. Freaking, this is roughly around the story of what we're doing. Cool.
See, you do more than I do because I don't look at all that. I just watch the trailer.
I think that's what comes out. That's public knowledge. So that I have not looked at the cast list for Fantastic Four outside of when they show like the chairs and stuff like that. Like I know who the Fantastic Four are. Yeah. I don't know who else it is. I can't even. Like I remember looking at the thing of who's playing Silver Surfer.
Get back to Superman.
Yeah.
Back to Superman.
so when it comes to this, I'm not looking at the cast list to see who's doing what. I don't know. I see him save a child. I see him putting on boots, and that's the joke. He was taking his time putting on boots while there's a big eyeball destroying stuff in the background and stuff like that.
He was fighting Green Lantern.
What is actually happening? We saw the lanterns walking in with freaking. It was what Guy Gardner freaking
and Hawk Girl.
Hal Jordan, freaking right,
No, that
and
wasn't Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan's not here. He's off with John Stewart in Arizona.
whatever. Okay,
They're not in
no,
this.
yeah,
It's
that's
just it's
again
just Guy
like yeah,
Gardner.
you see the stuff running together on because again, yeah, they're doing the lanterns thing, so he's there. So yeah, having Guy Gardner, we know what Hawk Girl is there, so it's like it's people there. It's cool, but I really don't know what's going on, and I don't
So
really care to see until I watch the movie.
mm, my thing is
But James Gunn is amazing right now,
I
so
will watch one trailer and that's it because as Will says, the trailers will spoil a lot of things. I know that they have brought in the engineer who's not of DC officially. It was an acquired property. Remember we did that little draft and I had the engineer on my team because,
Mhm.
BA in all aspects. Then you see the
Mr. Terrific was there too.
Mr. Terrific there, but then you see the person who was beating the brakes off Superman, who people are calling Ultraman. And I have a problem with that because Ultraman is from the crime syndicate, and that's an
Mhm.
alternate reality, alternate timeline. So if you're going to mix two timelines together, you shouldn't have the engineer there. But I don't think that's Ultraman. I actually think that's Bizarro. Because if we think about of the all of his enemies that can put a beating on him, there's no General Zod here, right?
Mhm.
So the only one that's going to really match up with him in strength and abilities is Bizarro. And we know we have a Lex Luthor, and here in this universe, apparently they don't really, you know, talk. They know of each other, but they don't interact. Not like in the book where he's like, Lex, I'm watching you. They're not doing it here, so it's not beyond any reasonable doubt that Lex, as he hates the aliens, somehow found a way to make another Superman, and now that's his Bizarro. So that's just me. Him fighting the kaiju, I have no idea why, but I think it's going to be fun to see him fight Godzilla again and get beat up. But that's my thing. I'm gonna say that I do like the look of the trailer. It does remind me of All Star Superman, which they're basing this on. And if for those that don't know, All Star Superman is probably the strongest, one of the strongest iterations of Superman out there. Milkman Superman is still by far the strongest. Nobody can touch him except for 1 million. So All Star Superman is the guy that was benching the weight of the earth for 3 straight weeks and only dropped a bead of sweat, and he was doing it one handed. That's how strong this guy is. So I don't know if he's going to be on that strength level. I will say the opening scene where Crypto was just hammering him, thinking he's playing, and until he's like, "No, Crypto, take me home." I like that. I also like the fact that it came out that Crypto in James Gunn's timeline is not Superman's dog, it's Supergirl's dog. He's just dog watching until she comes back. So
Mhm.
with her off and then with Lobo being in her movie, I think I'm gonna love to see how he intertwines all of these movies together. And I trust James Gunn. So I'm hyped to see the movie, but I'm not overly anticipating seeing the movie, if that makes sense. Like I can wait till it comes out. It's not something that I will rush out to see because
I'm dragging him out on that Thursday.
really?
Yeah,
Okay, well I guess I have no choice in this
I'm
because
I'm I'm dragging him out. Freaking as soon as
and
tickets sale, I'm getting them.
weird one, yes, I remember when Batman one punched Guy Gardner, but and I'm a Batman stan. Like that is my dude. We're not gonna forget that Hal Jordan one punched Batman. The exact same way he one punched, well, same way Bruce one punched Guy, Hal did the same thing to Bruce in front of everybody. And it was in front of the main members. It wasn't the West Coast, Justice League, Justice League International. This was the big dogs, and he right in the mouth and put Batman to sleep. So that is my dude. Let's not put him higher than what he needs to be. He's still a man. peak endurance, peak physical everything. Still a man. And yes, that was I think it's Bizarro also. Weird one. I said that. Yeah. Great minds think alike, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't want to get too much into universe melding and freaking other dimensions
Yeah.
and stuff
We
like
don't need
that.
Crown Syndicate right now. We don't
We don't
need
need
that.
this early on is it's a bit much just for that. We've already got freaking Creature Commandos, which was a great show. It was
Great show.
done fantastically, so that
And who was
and
that
again,
by?
what James Gunn did that.
There you go.
That
I
was
said I
his,
had faith. I said I have
that was
faith in
his first
James.
project.
I got faith
We
in
got
James.
we got Peacemaker later this year, right? Freaking
Oh,
Peacemaker.
yes.
That freaking so having Peacemaker freaking later this year. We got Superman during the summer for that. So we got some projects on the table. We're gonna see where things go. Like I do think that Superman is going to, do some real box office numbers and stuff. Like people are going to get real excited to see it and stuff like that, and go see what's going on. But again, I got to reserve judgment until I see whatever James Gunn's got going on. But again, he did Guardians of the Galaxy, which I've watched. I've watched religiously all the Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. Freaking like when first Guardians came out, that movie was on repeat every time I had to stay in a hotel, whatever the case. Like I watched that movie.
Yep,
But
that's a
that
great movie.
I
One of the
enjoyed it.
best MCU movies.
Yeah. So
Top.
James Gunn has my vote of confidence, just from his history alone with what he's already done. So with that being said, I can't wait to see what James Gunn is going to do with the DC universe and how he's got it scripted. Again, he's making changes, he's putting stuff in. We just got our first look at Lobo and stuff like that, and it looks
Which
really
I do like.
yes,
I do like that look.
yes. So like we are here, sort of that. I like the fact that we
Only
know
thing
people.
I just want to add in. I don't want a Boy Scout Man of Steel like Christopher Reeve's version. I don't want that. I want more of a Henry Cavill, more serious. I'll kill you if I have to. Like make that his last resort. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
Superman doesn't kill, but if we think about his villains, he has to at some point. That's why I had no problem with him snapping Zod's neck.
oh,
There was
I
no
was
other.
hyped up.
There
And
was
everyone
no
was
other
like, "Oh
way.
no, he doesn't." I'm like, no, 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 no.
Let's not
You got
forget Christopher Reeves. Even though he was a Boy Scout, he took the powers from all three of them and threw them in the Phantom Zone, which is a death sentence. So let's not act like he was doing people a service. He was just took the long way about it. So I just don't want. I think Superman doesn't need to be the happy go lucky story every single time. We need to see the man who has the power of a god living among humans, and we need to see the struggle that he goes through every day and the restraint that he has to show every time he does something.
Yeah, I like that with Man of Steel, so that like with he had to show the restraint and then go took out the truck and so
Yeah.
that again like that's that quiet strength where it's like I'm frustrated, I got to let it out so that freaking I'll let it out this way as opposed to knocking a dude's head 3 states away. It's like
So I like the fact that we know people like Clayface. Yes, Clayface is my favorite Batman villain, and yes, above the Joker because Clayface. And I'm talking about Clayface 2, not 1, not 3, 4, 5, or 6. 2. Carry on.
so yeah, I mean this is going to be a good turnout for. I think now that DC is coming with some competition, so at that Marvel definitely has to step up their game. So that, but I
Agreed.
want this to be a friendly rivalry because the more that we kind of get stuff going back and forth, we know that Marvel and DC have crossed over several times in the comics before. You
Amalgam.
know, these are things so at that freaking where we've seen the crossovers. Like, again, we can get stuff like this. We can
Can
get,
you imagine getting
especially
an
with James Gunn's
amalgam
doing
movie?
stuff like that. Like this would be freaking great. Freaking you bring in freaking and the thing is if you can you bring in some of the past actors who have played again if you want to have some fun with it so like that freaking wouldn't you love to see freaking freaking this is what's one of the crossovers Batman freaking
But it was Batman and Captain America was going at
Batman
it.
Superman
It was Superman and Venom at first. and then Spider-Man jumped in, and then it was Superman and Hulk.
Super,
Superman and Juggernaut, then Superman Venom, then Superman Hulk. You
yeah.
had
See, so
Aquaman and Namor.
we
You had
can have
Wonder
some fun with
Woman and Storm. Oh, this Amalgam Comics was my jam. It was my thing.
it.
Even though
So
this was fan voted, which I didn't agree with a lot of the battle outcomes. Like there is no universe where Wolverine can beat Lobo. No universe. None. None. I don't care if you made him the Horseman of Death again with Apocalypse. He doesn't beat Lobo. Ever. Ever.
Wonder Woman and Storm,
They
Captain
made
America, Superman.
Amazon. Imagine Storm in Wonder Woman's outfit with both abilities. Her name was Amazon. It was so glorious. Your boy Iron Man and Green Lantern was Iron Lantern.
Yeah, you can see it. Freaking yep, it's
I'm
right, Iron
telling you,
Lantern there.
I had all of
Wolverine and Batman put
Dark
together. Like
Claw. Yes,
dark.
that was by far it was Bruce Logan. That by and it was Jubilee and Robin was his sidekick. And Joker and Creeper, I think, or somebody else was the
This
villain.
yeah, this
Oh,
is a
I'm telling you, this is back in the 90s, but when I tell you this, these things never stayed on the shelves. You had the JLX, Justice League X-Men, all of
mhm.
the yeah, Martian Manhunter, Jean Grey was combined. Bruh, that one, what? Man, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. If y'all have not read the old Amalgam comics, they tried it. They tried a second round. It was called All Access. That started the Amalgam universe. Then you had All Access too, which wasn't as good. But go out and get those. They're dated now, but oh my god, they were so good. Just
They were-
because you had Superman and Captain America with Super Soldier. Come on now. He had a triangle shield with a big
mhm.
S on it. Oh, bro, it was great. It was great. Oh, I loved it. Yeah,
Uh,
Spider
I'm,
Boy.
I'm looking at the image right now. It's like yeah, freaking
Hey man,
Spider
I
Boy. Was what Robin and Spider Man?
know that
Or
Spider
was it
Boy was Peter Parker and Superboy, the one with the leather
and
jacket.
Superboy? Okay,
The one with the leather jacket. Man, let me tell you,
it's in the one with the leather jacket.
90s comic books were so great. The storylines was just ridiculous, but it was so entertaining.
It was.
Yep, you had so many crossovers. You Batman and Spider-Man crossed over, Batman and Hulk crossed over, Spawn crossed over with Batman. Somebody else crossed over. It was a whole they had a whole bunch of unofficial crossovers, where they split the profit. But Marvel needed to do it because they was broke. Look at you. You know what? I'm gonna try to find all my Malcolm comics and I'm gonna let you read them.
I've got like four, I think.
No, I think I got mostly all of them because like Dark Claw never. If you ever saw Dark Claw, you had to buy it because that flew off the shelf. That the Super Soldier, the Amazon, those were like
Lobo the
always
Duck
sold out.
was in.
Lobo the Duck. Yep, Lobo and Howard the Duck. It was Howard the Duck with a cigar with the chains, bro. It was ridiculous. I'm telling you, it was ridiculous. But then you had Thanos Seed. You had
Mm,
Doctor Doomsday. Because you had Doomsday and Doctor Doom. That Doctor
Speed Demon,
Doomsday, huh?
Speed
Speed
Demon,
Demon. Yep. Flash and Ghost Rider.
Strange Fate.
Doctor Strange Fate. Yep. I'm telling you, they had like some of these characters, they can't exist because they way overpowered. Way over. Can you imagine Doctor Doom with Doomsday's durability and healing factor and
You
his
thought he was
body?
ripping out spines before.
Bruh, he had the spikes. He had the helmet with the green cowl with the body of Doomsday. Bruh, bruh, come on now. I loved it.
It was done deal. So yeah, it was great. Freaking, I loved all of this. So and again, this is stuff from childhood. So that I remember the '90s, we had stuff like
That wasn't my
Batman, Spider
childhood.
Man fighting Carnage. So that was my childhood.
It wasn't mine. See, I got my boy here get me away.
You got a little. You got what 10 years on me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for making me feel old, you punk.
That's what I'm here for.
At least my beard connect.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen ever in life.
Yeah, just cut it off. Just give it up.
I'm about to. I've just been lazy. Yeah. So Batman and Spider-Man fighting Carnage and Joker. Yeah, so or that. And I like the games and stuff back then too. Like the video games for
Oh, the Capcom.
Like Separation Anxiety was one of my favorite freaking video games.
I love that one.
I absolutely love Separation Anxiety. Going to the arcade, playing freaking like Turtles in Time, and stuff like that. Freaking Turtles arcade game.
Here you go.
Hey man, this is what I love. So like that. The X-Men arcade game was ridiculously freaking popular.
And I always played as Cyclops.
Cyclops, baby, all day.
Bruh, I used to beam people to death.
Cyclops, my brother was Nightcrawler all the time. That's how we ran it. So that it was Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Storm, Colossus.
Colossus was too slow for me.
Dazzler. Freaking was it Gambit as well?
You had Gambit because it had kinetic card.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. Yeah,
y'all got us off on a tangent, and I hate every last one of y'all for doing that to me.
You know, you did it. You said ask him a question, and I got asked a question, and then freaking it went off on a tangent. That's all your fault. This is what we do. The last time I went off on a tangent, freaking
you was here for 4 hours. We're not doing that.
4 hours talking just about random stuff. You go back and find it was 4 hours of me just talking because it left me by myself.
It was midnight. Hell.
You left me by myself. So
I sorry, boo boo.
You know. So yeah, we are excited for everything that Marvel's got going on and DC's got going on.
Not everything.
This is no. I mean, we're excited because I'm excited to either freaking hype up and watch it. I'm excited to talk shit. You know, it's what it is.
Like the latter part is going to be me.
Like, yeah, like I am going to get it. Like, I have no sponsorships. I have no contracts. I have nothing. Like, I'm just talking in general as a fan, what I see, what I enjoy, what I don't enjoy, what I think is messed up. Again, you see, we're talking about freaking She-Hulk and Iron Fist and how they need to be thrown in the trash. It is. Scar was an abomination. It is. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. So
I mean, it's everything you said just then was true.
Yeah, it's all true. Like, it's facts that this stuff needs to get going, and we need to reset what we have going on. But again, people are freaking let's do this. Like, they're not doing what makes sense all the time. And that's one of the reasons why I really like James Gunn style doing, because he's doing stuff that makes sense for the characters. Like, again, watching Creature Commandos, did you expect as many people to get taken out as they did?
Yes.
Did you expect
when they had Dr. Phosphorus on that team, I said his body count going to be at least 40.
I'm talking the team. Like, I knew Dr. Phosphorus, but the team, people who hadn't watched Creature Commandos, said that they're not expecting people to get taken out. Because, like, when we watch Suicide Squad, it's like, okay, you're expecting people to get eliminated and stuff, right? So that some people are going to, but, it was little throwaways that people didn't really care about. Like these are people that you were, like, growing to care about and stuff. Like, you see, like, Nina, like, I was like, Nina was great.
Rest in peace, Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man got freaking, like, hey, man. This is what's been going down. So this is what I like to see. Like, I like the tragic freaking stories of characters. And freaking, again, you make me feel even more for that character when they go out the way they're like. They go out with a bang. They go out fighting. They go out
like a hero.
Like, hey, it is what it is. But again, it's good storytelling the entire way through. I don't want, if everybody at the end just makes it so that, like, even watching Avengers Endgame, did I enjoy the movie? I was in the theater. No. I enjoyed the movie for what it was. I enjoyed the movie for what it was watching it. After going back and rewatching it several times over, I think more people should have died. I really do. I think more people should have been taken out.
More of the street level heroes should have been taken out. Black Widow should have made it. It's half the Guardians of the Galaxies, they should have been gone, because not only did nerf Drax, because he is a Hulk level person, but you nerfed him so much he shouldn't have made it.
I did not expect. Like, why was Mantis on the like? Mantis should have been gone.
And that wasn't even a good version of Mantis.
It wasn't. It wasn't. That Mantis
Polka
should have been
dot,
gone. So that I would
polka dot,
Nebula,
man. Yeah.
Nebula gone and fighting herself, whatever.
And that wasn't even a good version of Nebula. That's
Yeah,
not Nebula from the comics.
it's not.
Nebula is Thanos' daughter, his real daughter, not machine man person thing. No. She was exactly like him. Polka Dot Man saying, I'm a hero, then proceeded to get crushed by Starro. Look, don't make me relive that. Because Will and Brent gave me so much crap on me saying Polka Dot Man is going to be vital to this team. And he was. They said he's going to get killed in the first 5 minutes. No, he is. And I said he's going to
Yeah, killed in
last.
the last 5 minutes.
It don't matter. I said he is going to last to the end of the movie, which he did. He is going to. I love the way they redid him. They made his powers actually useful instead of just random things coming out of his polka dots. I love this. I loved it. Destructive polka dots, you just got to throw them up every couple hours or you're going to explode. You got to have a balance of good and bad. So yes, I loved it. It was great. And I still hate both of y'all.
It was great. It was great to see, that he tried.
I'm a hero.
Yes,
That's exactly what happened.
he was a hero.
All right. With that being said, anything else y'all want to ask before I make Will stop? Because he won't. You got one question. I haven't seen Antonio say nothing. It's only been the weird one who's keep asking all these great questions and making all these fantastic statements. Thinking, who else?
It was weird one, Antonio Working and Trey Porter that was in here. But yeah,
Going once,
this is where we at.
going twice, sold.
All right, so
But
that is
make sure you catch us Sunday for The Last of Us.
Last of Us. Yes, so make sure if you haven't already, you hit that lovely red subscribe button. We are watching Last of Us, and it is good. They are setting up so that we want to see what direction they're going to go, and if they're going to be able. Because at first they weren't able to do whatever they were doing initially, but it seems like they were able to make a redirect. So we want to see.
And I like the redirect because I played the games. So again, I'm spoiled on what is supposed to happen. I want to see if they can make it work. And right now, I'm seeing the direction where they can go to make it work.
All right. So
wait, why is Quantumania your favorite Marvel movie?
Why are you insistent on freaking,
no, Will.
Stuff?
Don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for it.
Hey, if you're gonna ask me that question, you got to ask freaking Tony why he loves the original X-Men trilogy.
Why would you do this? I'll just try to defend you. Why would you make me just hate everything about you right now?
He loves the original X-Men trilogy.
No, I don't.
Every way the characters were portrayed, his Cyclops was his favorite. So yeah, but Quantumania was a piece of crap, freaking, and that just is what it is.
That's not what you told me. You told me how you loved how Ant-Man was able to beat all the Kangs. You loved
how freaking
how he outsmarted Kang the Conqueror.
I'm sure you loved how freaking Cyclops cried in the movie right before he
He's
died.
A very emotional man.
He went out like a straight punk, but it is what it is.
That's not my Cyclops. My Cyclops is in X-Men 97. Thank you very much. You don't have anything to redeem from Ant-Man. I have X-Men and X-Men 97. I don't even have to worry about the movies.
I don't give two craps about Ant-Man, period.
But that's your favorite.
I could give a crap less. No, my favorite sucks, remember?
Yes, Iron Man 2 and 3 were one of the worst Marvel properties.
Oh, God.
Ever. Iron Man 3 is worse than Ant-Man.
Than the original Ant-Man movie? Yes.
It's worse than Quantumania.
Mm.
Yeah, what? Man,
I'll put them both at the bottom of the barrel.
You can't, because I'll say one word. Mandarin. Huh?
At least
Huh?
Kang was Kang. At
Huh?
least Kang was Kang.
Exactly. Mandarin. So Iron Man 3 is worse than Quantumanium.
It is.
Thank you. Play with me, son.
Yeah, but how many movies did it take for X-Men still jack up
All of them.
everything?
All of them.
All of
Yes,
them.
all of them.
Every single one of
Let me
them.
tell you something. After I watched that first one, I couldn't take nothing they did seriously anymore. The reboots, it didn't matter. Nope, didn't care. Nope. That's why when I'm gonna tell you, every time a movie came out, I went and rewatched the X-Men animated series every single time. And then I got X-Men 97 too. Pff, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
And season 2 supposed to come out next year.
Yerp. I'm waiting on it.
Freaking Gambit ain't waiting on nothing no more. Freaking so that freaking Iron Man 3 is truly something else. Freaking
It's
it is
something else,
something
all right.
else.
It's something
Something
else,
else.
all right.
It does not need to be here. But
It is one of the worst Marvel movies, period. Period.
like
It's worse
Iron
than
Man
Thor: The
3,
Dark World,
Ant-Man and Wasp, Quantumania, Thor, The Dark World, so like that. Freaking you throw all of them in the trash.
Captain America,
The original Captain America,
the first
freaking
Avenger. It was
the Winter
alright.
Soldier was great.
Winter
Freaking
Soldier.
Captain America
All of
Brave World freaking was literally a ripoff of Winter Soldier to me. And I cannot get out of my head.
I still haven't seen it because I'm lazy. It'll show up eventually and I'll watch it. But no matter what we say about any Marvel movies, none of them are worse than that Borderlands movie that came out. But we're not gonna talk about that because that'll trigger Will too, because that was one of our favorite games that we always played.
That one hurt. So that it made me not want to get the new game.
Oh no, I wouldn't go that far.
I was that upset.
I'm still getting it. I'm still getting it.
I was that upset. So I was like, I don't even want to look at Borderlands.
I'm hearing rumors it's going to be more like 2, like Borderlands.
More like 2.
Yeah,
2 was great.
2 was the best one.
2 was great.
2 was the best one.
2, that was it. Because 2 and 3 are freaking were the ones I really messed with the most.
It was one. I messed with 2. Huh?
1 I dabbled. I didn't do as much on 1. I
2 is 2, 1, Tiny Tina, and then 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3 are the ones that I played the most. So I played Tiny Tina.
I played 2 and 1. That Tiny Tina, I will body you in. But I also got broken.
No, I ain't had to worry about you because I was too busy dealing with your daughter.
Y'all did swing on each other for no reason.
We were swinging at each other. We was fighting the entire time. We were scrapping.
And you couldn't even hurt each other, but you just shooting at each other for no reason, wasting ammo. I'm up here fighting monsters and y'all shooting each other in the face.
All right, so the new game releases September 1, please. So I'm looking to do some more streaming this year with stuff. Borderlands is on the list to.
I'll have to get back online.
So that freaking yes, you need to because we play Helldivers.
Man, let me tell you what this fool did. I asked him. I said I need some new games to play. So I got the Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I still haven't played because I'm still fighting Mortal Kombat 1, which is a horrible game, but I love the DLC characters. And then I got Helldivers 2. What he forgot to tell me what it was online play only.
Who doesn't play online these days? I'm just saying, like it's your fault.
I barely like you enough.
You didn't read the back of the package?
No, because I went by what you told me.
That's your fault. No, I said you asked for game recommendations. I gave you game recommendations.
I want you to be ready because you see that right there, knife hand, right there. Yep, right there. I'm just just like that. Be ready. On site. On site.
Whatever. Just like every other sergeant freaking I had before me.
I was a sergeant. I was a sergeant. Yep.
Well, sir.
Yep. Just be ready. All right, we're not gonna keep talking. Tonyo, we're gonna go away so we can end this.
All right, so look, go play Spider-Man. Go play Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is freaking great. Freaking Tony, you need to freaking play it too. Spider-Man 2 is great. Craven freaking is fantastic as a villain. If you've watched the Craven movie, you know that the Craven in Spider-Man is what we should have got.
Don't watch the movie. The movie was good. Don't watch it though.
The Craven, him playing the character was better than freaking what the actual movie was. Like,
yes, That was a wasted character.
Yes, it was a
All
wasted
right,
character.
but we're not gonna keep.
So,
Look, we'll be
yeah,
back Sunday at 9 with The Last of Us season 2. Come find us and watch us. And I'm
yeah,
gonna
because
agitate Will as much as possible.
it never fails. It never fails. So that freaking more streaming, more stuff. Catch us Sunday. We will see y'all then. Until then, freaking catch up
Holla!
next one.
All right, man.